Where are we, Mum?
We are in Bristol Airport.
And what are we doing today?
Today we are flying to Edinburgh.
For what?
For is it cooking in Chinatown?
So sorry if you can't hear us very well. I haven't put the mic on this, but yeah, we're off to cook at the China Star to generate some promotion for them. So it should be good.
Yes. See you there if you can.
Yeah, and I'm really nervous. So we missed our plane the first time. It was delayed. Said it would be taken off till 3:55 from 1:55. Checking the board every like 20-30 minutes, and within us checking and whatever, missed it. And I thought it was us originally, but it turns out a lot of other people missed it as well. So it wasn't just us; it was just poorly managed. So we've had to wait another 5 hours in the airport, and this plane's delayed as well. So, but we haven't left the flight board to make sure we definitely don't miss this one. It's not brilliant because we wanted that time to be able to go into the kitchen, have a recce, see what it was like, see how they do their recipes because we're cooking their recipes because it's their restaurant. The only one that we're doing ourselves is Choo's chow mein, so it's not ideal. So tomorrow could have been just prep. It has to be everything. So we've lost hours, half a day. But I've flown a lot and that's never happened. We finally managed to get on the plane and I just thought this view was fantastic, so I took a video. Next day, we got into the hotel around 11, half 11 at night. Worried we wouldn't be able to check in, but there was someone at the counter. And we're on our way to the China Star right now. We can see it across the road. Also, there's trams everywhere. And here we are. We've finally got here after being in the airport for 12 hours, the night stay. And we're going in right now and we're about to meet Lisa. She's the one that made all of this go viral.
My mum's Chinese restaurant is dying and I have 3 months to save it. Here are the problems. Our restaurant looks so uninviting from the outside. We have no customers coming in and our menu is outdated with over 200 dishes. My mum has been working here for the last 30 years. But now we don't have enough revenue to hire any staff, so my mum works by herself. I'm stepping in. For the next 3 months, I've decided to try and help save this place. I don't know what will happen, but follow the journey and let's see if I can turn this around.
Her mum owns the place, Sophie. Both really lovely people. However, they did put me to work straight away, literally, within seconds. Had to bring in these Lucky Boat ramen noodles. These are actually available on Amazon. I did a Laxao video using these as well. And you know, see, I'm so super massive like the Hulk, I had to step in sideways. This was really cool to see, so I had to document it. That's just them promoting our nights, which I thought was really cool. I later found out that these are actually sort of party favours for the people who made it to the event. Everyone got a box to take home, which I thought was pretty nifty. Just some last minute maintenance going on here, nothing to worry about at all. And here you have Laura, Harvey and Holly from Popcorn Media. They put this whole thing together, did a fantastic job. This is where we got changed into our rig to get into the kitchen, start prepping for the day. We used all fresh ingredients, obviously, without fail, and then we did a lot of garlic prep because our dish is quite heavy in garlic. We use quite a lot of that garlic puree, and before some keyboard warrior says I should smash this garlic and then peel it, don't worry, I did. I was just showing someone how we used to do this back in the day. When it was quiet, you'd literally sit on a stool on the floor and peel it slowly just to waste the time, because sometimes in takeaways you just get those quiet periods and you want something to do rather than sit there and do absolutely nothing, which I cannot stand. Back to the point after that weird rant. This is the garlic puree we're using. We normally like 24 hours to age it, but we didn't get the time. We missed our plane. Just seasoning the wok here, making sure the woks that I'm using are well seasoned. I know they're going to be, it's a kitchen, they were used the night before, but I always season my woks when I go into a new place because you never know. And yes, I will make a video on how to season a wok. Massive pot of water on it. It's fairly small, but can you guess what it's for? And yes, it's for noodle prep. I'm using Lucky Boat number 1s today. Most of you watching this before will know the rules when it comes to making noodles. I'm not going to have to go through that with you, but when you're making in large batches, it does take longer. Most of the dishes we're cooking tonight, because they're their recipes, actually use these long chopped fine or sliced onions. We thought they used chunks, but because we missed out, we had no idea, and we actually ran out halfway through, which was a bit of a nightmare. Now here we're actually pre-cooking off some velveted chicken. We don't do this in our kitchen normally, but they've just wasn't enough space. We hadn't had time to get to know the kitchen like we wanted to before. So it just made more sense that we do it this way. So right now I'm actually practicing the Chin and Choo's chow mein. Because it's a new kitchen, I wanted to get the feel of their wok burners, the power of it. The height of their cooker makes a massive difference as well. So I basically cooked this 3 times. And yes, I ate my dish 3 times because I really do enjoy it. And it's difficult to maintain a athletic physique like mine without all those nutrients. Oh, and I've dropped a prawn there. Right here, we're just cooking off some fried rice. So what they do at China Star is they cook their fried rice, put it and hold it in a rice cooker, and they take it as and when they need it. It's not something we've ever done with fried rice. We've always cooked it to order, but many takeaways do that, and there's nothing wrong with it. Now, unfortunately, we didn't get we didn't get any footage. The only footage I managed to get of us cooking at all is from Edinburgh and beyond. He kindly gave me some of his footage to use. He also did a vlog review of our night, so go check him out and give him a follow and watch that video as well, because it's pretty good. And because we were so busy, it did make it really hard for us to go up and see people. If we ever did anything like this again, which we would love to, we'd definitely bring more team members, because it would have given us a lot more time to walk around the room and say hello to the people who came to see us, as well as support this restaurant. It would have been nice to spend more time with you guys, especially the viewers, because you give so much to us and we really can't thank you enough. This is actually the only bit of service footage we have, and I look like I'm being an idiot in it, because I am. A few people asked us to sign menus, so we did that during the service as well. We did manage to get out and see people, but we still had some tickets left over, so we were rushed and we had to get back into the kitchen. But it was really nice to meet everyone that came to see us. Obviously, a lot of people there didn't know who we are, which was absolutely fine, which made it a bit awkward trying to figure out who to say, Joel, do you want a photo? Because it would look weird if you go up to someone who doesn't know you whatsoever and you go, oh, do you want a photo of us? They'll be like, no, you weirdo. Then after service, we went out and did the press kind of stuff and the influencer things. The guy interviewing Lisa there is actually Edinburgh and beyond, the guy who gave me his footage.
Yeah. We've really just seen this, we've been here all day.
In case you haven't realised already, but Lucky Boat has in fact sponsored this whole event. Without them, this couldn't have happened.
Oh, one step forward. We all just posed instead.
Mark the photographer nearly bit it twice that day by those trams. And after all that, we finally had some more time to be able to go in and talk to some people. Me and Mum had to sign this. I don't know what it was. Oh, it was an apron. Yeah. I really wanted one of those, but there weren't any left for me to take. Or maybe I forgot to ask. Either way, I didn't get one in the end, but I thought this was really cool. I did manage to swipe some Lucky Boat branded chopsticks, so I was pretty made up with that, but I really wanted one of those China Star aprons. I'm sad about that. This is a side note. If you ever see us out and about, don't be afraid to come talk to us. We're always happy to sit and chat, or talk and chat, I should say. Sitting in the street would be weird. But always happy to talk to you guys who watch us, because without you, we literally have nothing. You guys got us here, and again, we can't thank you enough. And cannot thank the support that you guys gave China Star on this day. So again, it's all been just incredible and incredibly emotional, if we're honest. This was like the end of the day team meeting, band meeting. So yeah, like a debrief essentially, but we all had like Chinese champagne and it was delicious. It tasted just like apple tango. So if you ever have the chance to try this Chinese sparkling wine, I say not champagne, sparkling wine, try it. I could not believe it. I had 20. I didn't have 20. They wouldn't let me have 20. I had a couple. I had one, but then I had beer after, so I was fine. That's it. We're on our way home now, yeah, Mum?
Yeah, on our way home.
Did you enjoy it?
Yes, it's been an amazing journey.
Yeah.
Really did enjoy the event.
The event. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
It was what's the word? Hectic. Yeah, it was really hectic, and it was I can't explain the word. It was just overwhelming, massively overwhelming. Yeah, the amount of people that came to see us was incredible, and I hope that it can really do some good for the China Star.
Thumbs out.
Also, sorry about the mustache, I haven't shaved in the day.
Look at my hair. I've been flying. Concord.
I'm sure we'll keep you updated on how they go though.
Yeah.
Okay?
Definitely.
And here is the grand total that the event managed to raise, £1,200. They get to keep all that profit from the night, and they're going to put that back into renovating their restaurant. It was an absolute honour to be a part of this, and genuinely an experience I don't think we'll ever get again, but it was amazing.
There you go.
Room in the aisle for others to pass.